this is going to be something, alright. I'm saying that a lot, and I apologize. Operation Vigil. The lost city of Alkali is caught within a box of extremely virulent. I don't know if that's... I've never actually heard that word, so... Note to self, look that up. Virulent evil. Today, there are a handful of ruins beneath the desert sands, but this place has been in existence throughout some of the most significant civilizations in history, many of which were oblivious to the tremendous power that lay under their very feet.
What are we looking
Amazing.
for? There's a huge array of paranormal detection and surveillance gear constantly monitoring Alkali for any sign that the dimensional rift is weakening. We need to find and recover that data so we can determine what Leech has done and hopefully undo it.
Also, this was when this game was when I first read about this game. I remember exactly where I first saw it. I was at a friend's house. We were hanging out, just dicking around. And he was subscribed to the official PlayStation magazine. And I was super hyped because of the little snippet I saw of there. That's weird. It sounds like it's coming from the left side, but there's clearly nothing there. Interesting. Also, the audio mixing in this game is very bad. I did it. Anywho, I was very excited when I saw the very first screenshot that I ever saw of this game. Because I saw it, and my survival horror instincts activated. I was super hyped. If I can find it, I'll find a little snippet of the screenshot I'm talking about. It featured a character, an enemy, more specifically, that is commonly referred to as the Crusader. Unfortunately, the Crusader, having one of the best designs in the game, is not in the game. We'll talk about that momentarily.
I was your handler in Chechnya, then Sudan.
What about Prague?
Prague, 1999. New Year's Eve at the Hotel Bohemia.
Bizarre Summer.
Danced to Cole Porter
1999
to
Bizarre
Czech.
Summer.
Then
You know,
ran
JoJo.
myself stupid on absent. I'm afraid my memory gets a bit fuzzy after that.
Quite an interesting priest, isn't he? Very interesting indeed.
Are you hurt?
Déjà vu.
Something terrible's happened.
I need to stop that.
They've already
One of my
opened the
friends is
breach.
going to be
It's
very
already
upset
out.
that I keep doing that.
What's she talking about?
Operation God Seal. That's why they sent you, isn't it? You've got to stop it, Paul. If you don't, we've lost everything. Everything in the world is lost.
Did you manage to record the event itself? If we can pinpoint the source of the temporal distortion, we can find the breach.
Ross, can you read me?
I'm here.
We got trouble. Alpha needs backup.
What's your location?
So,
Northwest corner of the dig
quick
site.
question.
Multiple
Why
hostiles.
does it sound like Ross is on a radio right now?
Just keep coming.
Sit tight. We're on our way.
Why?
Alpha needs help.
We can't leave her here.
I'm not asking. Abby, Billy, we're moving out.
And there's absolutely no argument with that. So, you know, obviously it seems Rawlings has a history with our lovely lady over here. And you'd figure he'd maybe, you know, fight a little bit more than not at all. But evidently he didn't. So, and if you look down here, you can see a little bit of our team here. Trying to see if there's anything I'm missing here. Nope, looks like everything's good there. But of course we can't interact with her whatsoever for some reason. No, so nothing's new here. And she's just constantly making computer sounds as she furiously types away at the keys. But anyway.
I thought you were a priest. I am a priest. What about Prague? I'm also human.
That's a very good point, because I'd like to think that, well, I know, as a matter of fact, I know a lot of priests aren't necessarily, you know, for lack of a better word, saints. . Oh boy, here comes more reading. Outpost Vigil. Established to investigate the unusual activities of the box. During the Second World War, the Allies knew that the Germans, led by the Thule Society, never heard of that actually, were carrying out extensive excavation work on some mysterious ruins without any apparent reason. Okay. So, Nazis. Fun fact, fun history lesson. Hitler was super into the occult, as I'm sure this is common knowledge by now, in our day and age. And actually did dabble into the occult, whether that had any effect on the actual German army's so-called conquest across Europe. Excuse me. Is yet to be determined, and probably will never be determined. Of course, there are those conspiracy theorists that believe for some reason that Hitler propelled himself into the future, which I think is completely ridiculous. I don't understand how you can try and attempt a jump scare when the enemy is not on screen. Nani? They imply that the way that they do that, the way the revival process works, they imply that the member dies and, you know, is actually revived, which that's some plot stuff right there. Amazing, isn't it? Yellow pustules on explosive cultists are their main weakness. Oh yeah, I don't. Oof.
This feels like a trap.
Oh man. Oh, that's amazing. This game's starting to show a little bit of its age, eh? That's okay. This is like that weird time of video games where, like, they kind of gave a fuck, but at the same time they didn't. Which is a shame, because as I mentioned earlier, I enjoy the premise of this game. The idea of it is amazing. Amazing premise. Poor execution. Much like many movies, well, I say movies, but much like many things in today's life. It's a trap! Sleep it off, yeah. Sleep off the shotgun shell to the face. I did it. I'm so good at video games.
Wait here.
No, I didn't want to do that. I'm sorry. How do I,
Omega team. Move up.
how do I do the thing again? Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna switch to 2 burst fire. That way I'm not just draining my bullets. Wow. It takes nearly a full clip to down a regular enemy. I remember not liking these guys. That's okay. I remember doing that a lot, actually. Uh-oh, somebody's down. Somebody's down. Oof. Nah, we're gonna let you deal with it, Delgado. That's Delgado, by the way. You can tell by the machine gun. That's how you will never lose track of him. Yeah, we did it. We beat the video game. You've really got to be on point with those big gooey parts. Otherwise, you know, death. Yeah, we did it. We beat the video game. Oh, there's still more? Oh, by the way, whenever you reach a checkpoint, you just get more ammo
Need you to do some extreme
for some reason.
You up to it?
That depends on the level of temporal distortion experienced at the site in relation to the event horizon of the breach itself. If the vortex is strong enough to cause a feedback loop, then theoretically, if the data existed, then it's always existed, sir.
I have no idea what you just said.
I think I can recover the data, sir.
Good enough for me.
So, as you can see, Cole is the nerd of the group. For lack of a better word, hot chick.
Thanks, Cole.
Thank you. The smart mouth. The goody two-shoes that goes by the book. The guy that serves actually absolutely no purpose. Almost zero purpose, actually. And where is Abigail? Oh, there she is. And the tough chick, as I guess you could say. You know, stereotypes of movies. Yeah, that's a very pretty... You know what? This is basically Aliens group. You know what I mean? Press up to order the whole team to follow, or down button to hold. Of course, we've already learned this. Well, you have a mega symbol. Fuck it. We're never gonna use that system. We're never gonna use that. I assure you, we're never gonna use that. We're just gonna keep throwing our bodies at the enemies until they all die. We'll get into that those flames a little bit later. Actually, we're just gonna sit back and, you know, kind of see how far we can go with this.
Yeah, that's what they all say,
The damage output is vastly inconsistent. Oh boy. Did it. I'm just gonna stick with the shotgun.
Holy Mary, Mother of God.
Yeah, sometimes I just say something randomly. You know, video game talk.
This isn't human blood, sir. At least not all of it is.
Begs the question, what is it then? Is it demon blood? If so, that means the demons got their ass kicked. If not, then... yeah, you know. I don't know what they're trying to go for with that kind of line. That's what this game was really being advertised as. Oh, look at all the gore. It's so disgusting. Even... they're just going in circles for some reason. I don't understand why. Excuse you. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. This game sure is something. I'm glad this game's relatively short, because I don't know if I could stay sane enough to do like a 20-hour long play of this. And the frame rate just continues to die at every conceivable chance it can. We're just gonna revive everyone, because that's how this game's gonna end up going. Yeah, we're just, you know, we're just gonna sit here and let nature take its course. Oh boy. Oh, no, 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 no. I believe they can revive you, if I'm not mistaken. As long as Rawlings is alive. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so Rawlings died. That's unfortunate. Oh, man. Oh, boy. This game is super janky, just like I remember it. Delicious. Delicious, delicious. Granted, I am having quite a good time recording it, which is unusual. Normally, it's the opposite. Normally, I enjoy playing the game and despise recording it. But, ooh, this is a special case. Okay, so this is the correct way. Interestingly enough, there is no sprint button. There is a quote-unquote aim down sights, but it's very shitty. I'm actually having a lot of fun. Ooh, it's fun to record bad games. Which, as I mentioned, I love the premise. Love it indeed. See, you've got to really be on point with those. I don't want to say cum globes, but that's what they kind of are.
Thanks.
I'm actually kind of looking at the recording, and we might actually have to brighten this up a little bit, because this game's pretty dark. You know, it's pretty dark. I don't know where I'm going with that. Trying to make small talk.
This isn't human blood, sir. At least not all of it is.
Don't give up, skeleton.
Free to engage, sir.
Gonna spawn in? Ooh, that's weird. Walking backwards, your speed is significantly slower. See, a shotgun should have decent spread on it. However, this one does not. Oh god, I can't let Rollins die. I need to keep him alive at least. I do like Delgado. He's a very smart-ass character, which is what makes him a good character. Because you've always got to have the smart-ass. Oh no 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 no! You can't. Oh boy, not you either. This is actually relatively bad. Please tell me Rawlings is alive. Please tell me Rawlings is alive. Well, he's alive obviously because I'm still here. Rawlings, heal me. I need healing. This is one thing I'm kind of not liking though. The game is just throwing enemies at me. I mean, like to an extreme degree, and that's not very fun. That's more so. That's just like, let's see how long you can survive this gauntlet of enemies. I'm not a big fan of that, honestly. Like survival modes in general. That public domain monster noise.
Shit! Everyone stack up! Jones, you feeling anything?
Yes, sir. All of it bad.
So obviously Pure Muriel here is probably dead. Let's be honest here. This is just called green. Okay. Arnold Leach knows all too well what tactics the Jericho team will use to track him down. Carefully, he chooses someone to infiltrate DOW from the inside. To feed him information, he needs to be one step ahead of the Jericho team. He knows that they'll use data gathered by Muriel Green to track him down, and he can't let this happen. So that's why he attacked her.